Hello and welcome back to Tungsten Tales. Here in the aftermath of the UK Open, Luke Littler has another major title, his fifth major title in just 14 months on the PDC Tour. A world champion and now the UK Open champion, Littler is closing the gap on Luke Humphries at the top of the order of merit, and there have been many other changes to the PDC rankings, so we're going to run through the different changes, the changes that we've seen on the PDC order of merit following the latest major championship down in Minehead. So no change at the top as far as Luke Humphries goes. He's still got a significant lead at the top of the order of merit by over £500,000. Although Luke Humphries obviously has money coming off this year, the likes of the World Match Play, the World Grand Prix, the titles that he won basically 2 years ago or 18 months ago now will be coming off later this year, and Luke Littler has absolutely nothing to defend in 2025, meaning that he will be constantly closing the gap on Luke Humphries, and I think it'll be pretty close going into the 2025 World Championship as to who is number one in the order of merit. Either way, whoever number one is, the other Luke will definitely be number two. In third, Michael Van Gerwen and Rob Cross remains in number four. So no change as far as the top four in the order of merit go. We start to see some changes later on in the top 10. Johnny Clayton, he's moved up a place to fifth after his semi-final down in Minehead, of course, losing out to Luke Littler. But a really positive weekend once again for Clayton, who was absolutely exceptional, but to make the final of the PDC World Masters earlier this year, proving those Premier League pickers wrong, with some fantastic performances, now up to fifth in the world. Stephen Bunting, on the other hand, he drops a place after his early exit down in Minehead. Damon Heta moves up 3 positions to 7th in the PDC order of merit on just over £500,000, not only due to getting a few wins on the board, but also the money coming off of his opponents and rivals in the order of merit. No change for Chris Dobie, but Dave Chisnall is down 2 places to 9th in the PDC order of merit, with Gerwin Price down 1 himself to 10th. James Wade is one of the big winners from this year's UK Open, not just making the final and plonking plenty of dollar on his ranking, but up 2 places to 12th, one inside that top 16 in the world that he craves so much. Also moving on the way up is Josh Rock after making his first PDC major semi-final. He's up 2 places, I say, to 15th inside the top 16 in the world for the first time in his career for the Northern Ireland number one. Peter Wright's nightmare continues despite seeing an upturn in form for Snakebite. He is down another 2 places in the order of merit, down to 14th, with Gary Anderson also moving down a place, down to 16th. However, there is positive news for another full world champion in Michael Smith, who has got his first ranking money of the year. There were 4 consecutive Players' Championship defeats for Michael Smith, and after making the quarterfinals down in Minehead, he has somewhat arrested the slide and is now up 2 places to 17th, maintaining his place in the top 20. The reigning UK Open champion, after losing £100,000 off his ranking and not been able to defend that loss to Michael Smith being much of the part of that. Dimitri Bergh is one of the big movers in this year's order of merit for the UK Open. He's 4 places down from 16th down to 20th, and his Belgian compatriot Mike De Decker is up 3 places to 21st. As we move a little further down the order of merit, Andrew Gilding, who was defending the prize money from 2 years ago, he's down 6 places, down to 27th, with quarterfinalist Gian Van Veen up to 25th, with Daryl Gurney also going up a place. There's also a big move for Luke Woodhouse. He's into the top 32 of the PDC order of merit for the first time in his career, with Brendan Dolan losing out on his spot inside the top 32, although There is not much between them, just £4,000 between Woodhouse and Dolan, with the likes of Jermaine Wattermina and Raymond van Barneveld around £10,000 behind them. We'll move into the depths and pick up some of the big movers. Rob Owen, he's up 2 places after reaching the last 16. Stephen Burton had a really positive run in Minehead this time around. He's up into the top 64 in 60th place on £81.75 thousand at the expense of Ryan Meikle, who is down 5 places, just maintaining his place in the top 64 on £80,000. Let's move a little bit further down to some of the newer tour card holders. Danny Lauby up 6 places. He managed to get 3 wins on the board. Jelle Klaassen and Jitse Vanderwall, they're down a couple of places. Owen Bates is down 4. Cam Crabtree, he's up 3 places. New tour card holder. Had a really impressive start to the year. And Adam Lipscomb is the biggest mover, I believe. He's up 18 places after getting, I think, 4 wins on the ranking, and Bo Greaves as well. She is up 17 places on the PDC Order of Merit on £3,500 for her efforts and pushing Luke Humphries all the way. So that's it really for the movers and shakers on the PDC Order of Merit post UK Open. I'm sure we'll review the Order of Merit in a couple of months' time when some of the European tours and the Pro Tour is in full swing. But for now, Luke Humphries still number 1 at the top of the tree, but Luke Littler very much chasing him down at the moment. Let us know who you think is going to be number 1 come the end of the year. Give us your reactions to all the movement we've seen inside the world's top 32. Thank you very much for watching once again here on Tungsten Tales. If you've not subscribed, please feel free to do so. And you can also head over to our TikTok page where we live stream every now and again, over 3 or 4 days a week these days. We've got plenty of big interviews coming this week as well. I spoke to Danny Lauby earlier this afternoon. We're going to be speaking to Lorraine Winstanley, to Nick Kenny, who has recently signed with Red Dragon, and a couple of other names as well. So hit that subscribe button. I'm sure you won't regret it, and look forward to seeing you all very, very soon.